What if the most powerful institution of the last 1,000 years built its authority on a lie? Not a small lie, but a grand, audacious forgery. A single document that would crown emperors, redraw maps, and shape the destiny of Western civilization. This is the story of the most successful fraud in history. A document known as the Donation of Constantine. And for centuries, everyone believed it was real. Our story begins in the 4th century with the most powerful man in the world, the Roman Emperor Constantine the Great. In the year 324, legend says Constantine was struck down by a terrifying disease, leprosy. His skin was covered in sores, his body racked with pain. Pagan priests advised him to bathe in the blood of innocent children to cure himself, a horrific remedy he refused. Desperate, Constantine was visited in a dream by the apostles Peter and Paul. They told him to seek out Pope Sylvester, a Christian leader hiding from persecution in the caves of Mount Soracte. Constantine's soldiers found the Pope, who came before the ailing emperor. Sylvester didn't offer a gruesome sacrifice. Instead, he simply baptized Constantine in the Christian faith. And a miracle occurred. The moment the water washed over him, Constantine's leprosy vanished. He was healed, body and soul. Overwhelmed with gratitude, Constantine made a declaration, a donation that would echo through the ages. This is the document he supposedly signed. The donation declared 2 world-changing things. First, it recognized the Pope's authority over all other bishops, making him the supreme head of the Christian Church. And in his absence, he donated temporal, kingly power over the city of Rome, Italy, and the entire Western Roman Empire to the Pope and his successors. Forever, the Pope was no longer just a spiritual leader. He was an emperor in his own right. He could crown kings, command armies, and rule over vast territories, all thanks to the will of the first Christian emperor. For the next 700 years, this document was the ultimate weapon. When popes fought with kings, they brandished the donation. When they claimed new lands, they cited the donation. It was the legal bedrock of papal supremacy. But even in an age of faith, some details didn't quite add up. Small cracks began to appear in the story. In the year 101, Emperor Otto III, a ruler with a passion for Roman history, publicly denounced the donation as a forgery, calling it a crude fiction. But his voice was largely ignored. The language was another problem. The Latin used in the document contained words and phrases that simply didn't exist in the 4th century. It used terms like fief, a concept from feudalism that wouldn't appear for another 400 years. It was like finding the word smartphone in a letter written by Abraham Lincoln. It was an impossible anachronism hiding in plain sight. The final, undeniable proof came in 1440 from a brilliant Italian scholar named Lorenzo Valla. Valla wasn't a rebel, he was a priest and a secretary to a king. A man who loved language above all else, thoughtful. Using new methods of philology, the historical study of language, Valla dissected the donation sentence by sentence. Short. Pause. He proved beyond any doubt that its language, style, and historical references were all from the 8th century, not the 4th. He exposed the entire story as a fabrication. Constantine was never cured of leprosy by Pope Sylvester. The document wasn't a gift from a grateful emperor. It was a masterpiece of propaganda, forged by someone in the papal court around the year 750. Thoughtful. The motive? To give the Pope the legal authority he needed to break away from the Byzantine Empire in the east and crown a new, friendly emperor in the west. Charlemagne. The forgery wasn't just about religion, it was about geopolitics. Valla's analysis was so devastating, so irrefutable, that the Catholic Church itself eventually had to concede the point. The foundation stone was a fake. So if it was fake, does it matter? Absolutely. Because for the centuries it was believed it was real enough. It changed the world. The power the papacy gained from the donation allowed it to preserve classical knowledge through the Dark Ages, fund the art of the Renaissance, and sponsor the explorers who would sail to the New World. What do you think is the most influential lie in history? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoy stories that unravel the past, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss our next investigation.